battle looming. The bronze likeness of Lakers great Magic Johnson that can be found just outside the front door of our location today, the Staples Center. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Now, Nikola Jokic is honest about why he's so patient offensively. He said it's because I can't really run fast. That's my only option. When I have the ball, I just look for defensive mistakes. Being a little bit slower gives my teammates a chance to back cut, lob. I'm just playing in my comfort zone. Kevin?
He is definitely letting the play develop, DA. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The guards are out there for him, Murray and Barton. The forwards are Porter and Gordon. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Clippers, the team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wing. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the 1. Not just another game on the schedule, Greg. Fans and players alike are excited for tonight.
I mean, this is a championship caliber matchup. There is a ton of talent in this one, and I think it's a great test for both teams.
Outside, George. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Denver passing it around. Jokic kicks to Gordon. 6 to shoot. Lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Outstanding concentration that time from Gordon. So good at staying focused on the basket, even when the defense is on it.
Porter against Jackson. Going inside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
It's his first trip to the line.
And how about a year ago? 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Second free throw, no good.
And with Aaron Gordon, we knew about his high-flying acrobatics. But at his age, still seeking more consistency. Given his talent, he must continue to get better. Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
He could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
Now here's Leonard. The 3 from George. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Outside Gordon. Lays it up off the glass. Gordon's got 6. Greg, there's no question Gordon has game, especially remembering some of those dunk contests he was in.
An impressive athlete, no doubt. And his outside shot has improved. Now he's got to concentrate on scoring more for his team.
Here's Leonard. Following the score by Aaron Gordon. No coverage that time.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. On the wing, Porter. He's covered by Leonard. The kick out to Porter. For 3, Murray. Here's Jokic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Clark, so unique to have a 7-footer like Jokic who makes everyone around him better.
He is so much fun to watch, Kevin. And he does make everybody better because he plays the game simply and effectively. He once said, a point makes you happy, but an assist makes you and your teammate happy. How about that? Jokic could probably average double-digit assists anytime he wants to. And I think it might happen before his career is done.
And that one misses.
Jokic brings great intensity to every game. That's how he's able to put up those big numbers. He had a staggering string of double-double games in the 2021 season.
Here's Leonard, and he drives in, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And that one, good.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Zubac kicks to Jackson. Outside Leonard. Driving to the basket. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Getting a step on the defense there. Once Leonard has this, you know he's going to capitalize.
Murray outside. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Murray. They get a hand on it. Here's George. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. There's the triple. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
That's his second personal foul.
That one on Porter.
George knows how to get his man to overcommit and off balance so he can draw the foul. He's got a number of sneaky veteran tricks that he effectively uses.
That's good from George.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Hartenstein's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Kennard in for Jackson. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor. And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
George against Jokic. There's the 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Batum. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Pass to Green. Covered by Leonard. AT that time from Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And there's the pass to George. No good on the shot. And the Nuggets going the other way. Murray outside. Defended by George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Jermichael Green.
In for the Nuggets, DeMarcus Cousins.
1:12 left in the first quarter. Cousins against Batum. 6 on the shot clock. And Cousins kicks to Green. Murray for three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now, here's Kennard. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Leonard. George looking around. Back to Leonard. Pass to Kennard.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Defended by George. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
And throw move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
Right wing. A second chance effort. Great D that time from Batum. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets ahead, up by 2. And we'll be back right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Denver, Green is out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Monte Morris.
You know, maybe not the destructive force he was before the ACL tear. Cousins still has the size, skill, and understanding of the game to be a contributor.
And some career-low numbers last season. Where does Cousins go from here?
Well, Greg, I think the biggest thing with him is health, and health affects conditioning, and those two things, two sides of the same coin. And then I think he has to embrace a willingness to accept a support role at this stage in his career.
And he knocks down the first one.
And, you know, when Cousins is healthy now, this guy is a quality player. He's a big man that has a lot of versatility.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And big men's roles have adjusted Clark in today's game. You take a young Clark Keller and put him in this style of play, what adjustments would he make?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin. I would love to play this up and down, wide open style of basketball. I'm just not sure if I'd be athletic enough to make it happen, but it is more of a face-up rather than post-up game. And maybe I could be part of a small ball lineup, creating havoc with big guys trying to guard me on the perimeter.
Now, here's Batum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Far from just a perimeter shooter. I like seeing Batum go to work in the painted area.
And here is Morris. Outside, Green. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
That's his first.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Incredible body control right there. Don't know how he was able to get that one to go, but it sure was a thing of beauty to watch.
Free throw drops for Green. Clippers trailed by 5. Now Powell. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Covington's shot is off. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. To the inside. Covington with the steal. Cousins against Kennard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The Clippers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Hartenstein. Marcus Morris comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Jackson in for Nicholas Batum. Both good from the line that time. The Nuggets leading by 3. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That is his first foul of the game.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for them yet.
A different look for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Jackson. Passes it to Leonard. Back to George for Murray. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. George has got 5.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. And he's good on the first of 3.
You know, there's a lot to be excited about with Porter. He's got a really special blend of size, athleticism, and advanced skill.
And the second free throw, good.
And really only because of injury did Porter fall to the 14th pick back in that 2018 draft.
Yeah, and if you remember, Greg, before the college season began that year, he was in the mix to be taken #1 overall. But you know what? The injury happened, and he's in a really good spot now. He could eventually become a multi-time All-Star.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. Porter pulls it in.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Barton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Powell. Finished off the break.
George is not just a scorer now. He also passes the ball well, looking to keep his guys involved.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Murray with it inside. Here's Porter. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Powell inside. He's covered by Murray. Pass to George. Just 5 to shoot. From 20 feet out. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Murray outside. Barton kicks to Gordon. It's Jokic top of the key. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. And the Nuggets lead by 3. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Jackson's checked in for George. And Denver also making a switch. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Barton. Powell finds Jackson. Back to Powell. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Just his first attempt. A shot that time, not on target. And it's Denver the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And it's been wonderful to watch Rivers develop into a veteran leader.
And he understands his role is evolving. The need to set an example for younger players. That said, he still plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
The first one falls.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Rivers hits both of them. And the Clippers have possession, trailing by 5. Jackson passes to Leonard.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
And the 3 off target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Gordon kicks to Porter. Good on the 3-point shot.
Porter Jr.
Porter's got 5 now.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Zubac finds Jackson. Outside Leonard. Shot clock at 5. Porter with a block.
You know, one area where I think Porter Jr. has surprised a bunch of folks is his shot blocking. I mean, he's got a natural knack for doing it.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Hartenstein's checked in for Zubac. Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Powell. And good that time. Kennard's got 4 this quarter.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Foul in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Personal foul.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake. But they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple.
Clippers trail by 9. 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. That one falls.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Leonard covering. They get it again. Clippers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. 27 seconds left now here in the second. Feeds it to Jackson. Lobs it up. Morris with the block. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with Ty Lue. Coach, do you think your turnovers and struggles at the offensive end fueled their scoring?
Always. If we turn the basketball over, it's hard for us to get back, get our defense set. So we got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball and have a good shot selection.
We'll see what you can do to make that better as the game goes, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. And they had their fingerprints all over that second quarter, coming back from a deficit and building a 7-point lead. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Nuggets?
They're running the offense beautifully this one, working for good looks. Their confidence looks sky high. It's going to be hard for that defense to disrupt their flow at this point.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Clippers.
They wouldn't be in such a deep hole if they hadn't given up so many offensive rebounds. Getting out hustled, getting moved around, losing possession.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Oh, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. The guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
That tenacity on the drive. Murray is at his absolute best when he's in attack mode.
And guys, if the defense pays too much attention to Murray as a scorer, he can find his teammates with the pass.
And you know what, Greg? That surprised me. Watching him just 1 year in Kentucky, I didn't know he had that in his package, but he was a terrific passer. And you're right, his feel for the game is outstanding.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Barton against Jackson. Barton, no luck. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard inside. Porter's there. Count that one.
And that high release point on Leonard's shot makes that mid-range jumper tough to contest.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Lob pass to Gordon. A shot off that time.
And that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic is arguably the greatest passing center of all time. I say arguably because Wilt is in the conversation. But Jokic sees the game a frame ahead. Nikola said, I just look where defenders are standing, listen to what they're talking about, and their play calls. For me, it's a normal thing. I just wonder what they're doing, and I do the opposite. Kevin, it's simple, actually. I'm going to do the opposite now. Stop talking.
No. You keep talking, we'll keep listening, and David, thank you very much.
Shoot 2.
Free throw good, Gordon.
Aaron Gordon has a special combination of athleticism and size, and I think his skill set is perfectly tailored for how the game is played today.
Both shots good from the stripe. Clippers trail by 5. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Zubats. Here's George. Got it. Good job in the low post. George has got 7.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise.
With the defensive effort.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Right on the bucket. George has got his third bucket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
They grabbed their own miss. Jokic, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And the Nuggets lead by 3. And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his second foul of the game. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Rivers against George. Right side Leonard. And they pick up 2.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. From down in the low post, it goes. Jokic has got 8 points.
Hey, even by NBA standards, Jokic is a mountain of a man. 6'11", they list him at 284. That's almost 1/7 of a ton, folks. The Joker can handle whatever contact he embraces.
And the Clippers call time here. Los Angeles making a switch here. Powell's checked in.
Norman Powell.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Releases. And the shot is long.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Clippers trail by 3. To the middle.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
Leonard inside, guarded by Porter, and it's Leonard missing.
And you watch Porter, unbelievable potential. He makes some plays that just leave you shaking your head.
And the team has talked Greg about having high hopes for Porter. What does he need to do, though, to reach that next level?
And frankly, more maturity is going to lead to greater consistency. He missed his only season in college, missed his first season in the NBA, and this guy's still making up for lost time.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Hartenstein's checked in for Marcus Morris. Robert Covington comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for George. And it's Luke Kennard in for Reggie Jackson.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Here's Covington. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Kicks it to Morris. Here's Cousins. Over to the left wing. And the pass to Morris. 5 to shoot. Cousins with it. Left in the third quarter of the game, and it's off from three-point range. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nuggets.
Fellas, it's impossible to ignore what a good job they've done at the free throw line throughout the game.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Cousins against Covington. And Covington sends it back. Here's Cousins.
No, sir, not today. Don't come in here. Covington not having it.
Nice hit again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Cousins. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Nuggets making a change here. Campazzo's checked in. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third. Kennard against Jokic. Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Jokic on top, guarded by Jackson. Jokic draws the double. Here's Cousins, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Cousins doing a nice job using that big body of his to get another possession for his team.
That's a 2 from Powell. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game. And Denver will start the fourth quarter here. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Jokic. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Campazzo in at the point. Campazzo, the pass to Cousins. Morris outside. Into the lane. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Morris has got his first basket of the night.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Here's Powell. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. To the paint. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Morris. And now an 8-point Nugget lead. The Clippers shooting at 46%, making some buckets. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Powell, that's good.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
From 11 feet away, rebounded by Covington.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the shot goes in. And the Nuggets lead by 8. Here's Powell. And the Clippers call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Powell. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. Lead it with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Gordon. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Jackson passes to George. Goes back up. Got a hand on it.
Can't take the reach and length of Barton lightly. Effective at using it to snuff out shots.
Here's Murray. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pass to Hartenstein. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Jokic with it, guarded now by Jackson. Lob pass to Gordon. They swipe it. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. Passes to George. Launches a three. Hits the three-point bomb. Now just a three-point Nugget lead.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on the roll and knock him down.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Jamal Murray.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Barton finds Porter. And another miss by Denver. Clippers trailed by 3. Here's George. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Here's Murray. Count it from 12. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moments. Big time shot there.
And the Clippers call time here. Nicholas Batum is checked in for the Clippers.
Nicholas Batum.
And here is Los Angeles now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Barton against George. Back to Leonard to tie it up. It's held in by Jokic.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Down low, Batum with the steal. Defended by Gordon. Leonard inside. He's against Gordon. George passes to Leonard. Lock at 6. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Porter.
That championship mentality of Leonard. This is why they go to him in the
third personal foul. First team foul. At the line for LA, Kawhi Leonard for a free throw. At the line for 1.
Drops. He ties it up.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Murray looking around. Jokic, no good. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Barton with some nice D. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. Odd pass to Gordon. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
George against Barton. Fires from 18. Good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Shot after shot, one after the other. PG, Paul George, making it happen.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Barton. Denver passing it around. Batum against Murray. It's in!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 2. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Takes it from 10. It's good! A huge shot to tie it up.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
Denver calls timeout. Murray outside. Shot is good. But oh, it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. And yes, the officials want to review the shot. They initially thought he didn't get it off in time, but it was awfully tough to tell. What a moment this is, huh? They may go from winners to losers just like that.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And they're going to count it. After looking at the replay, they ruled that he got the shot off in time. GA, they won it on the buzzer beater.
Kevin, you talk about winning it at the very last second. What a finish. Thankfully, the replay gets the officials off the hook on what would have been an awful call to miss.
So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Well, folks,